One creek, 2 centuries. Watch as Dubai transforms from a small desert fishing village into the most ambitious city ever built. Welcome to Timelapse World. By 1700, Dubai Creek had become the beating heart of the Gulf pearl trade. Merchants haggled over fortunes wrapped in silk. For a century, this creek made men rich, and then it would make them desperate. In 1820, the British arrived, not as conquerors but as partners. The General Maritime Treaty brought peace to the pirate coast, but it also planted a seed of dependence that would shape Dubai for a century and a half. In 1833, around 800 members of the Bani Yas tribe, led by Maktoum bin Buti, settled on the southern shore of Dubai Creek. They came seeking independence and opportunity. This was the founding moment of modern Dubai. The Al Maktoum family has ruled it ever since, making it one of the longest ruling dynasties in the world. The Great Depression of 1929, combined with the arrival of cheap Japanese cultured pearls, destroyed the Gulf pearl industry almost overnight. Dubai's prosperity evaporated in a single season. Families who had traded pearls for generations were suddenly destitute. The city that had thrived for a century was now desperate. It was Dubai's darkest hour, and the beginning of a desperate search for something new. In 1966, oil was discovered offshore in Dubai. It was not as much as neighboring Abu Dhabi. Dubai's reserves were modest. Sheikh Rashid knew they would run out within a generation. So he made a decision that would define Dubai forever. He would use the oil money not to sustain the present, but to build a future that would never need oil again. By 1966, the old world could no longer stand. British withdrawal sparked riots that consumed the ancient quarter. The mosque scarred, the wind towers scorched, the trading post in flames. Everything Dubai had been for 1,000 years was burning, but from that fire, something new would be born. On December 2nd, 1971, the United Arab Emirates was born. Sheikh Rashid of Dubai was one of its founding fathers. His vision was clear: build a city so modern, so connected, so open to the world, that it would thrive long after the oil ran out. Everyone thought it was impossible. He built it anyway. They started with concrete and steel. No architects, no master plan, just the determination to build faster than anyone thought possible. The first foundation on cleared ground. The first modern building in a city that would soon have thousands. The oil money flowed, and the city rose. Not one building at a time, dozens. Not one road, a network. Dubai did not grow. It exploded. The old creek, where dhows had traded for pearls, now watched concrete towers climb toward the sky. In 1999, the Burj Al Arab opened, a hotel built on an artificial island, shaped like a dhow sail, billed as the world's only 7-star hotel. It was not just a building, it was a declaration. Dubai was no longer a trading port on a Gulf creek, it was a global destination. And this was only the beginning. In 2008, the world stopped. Dubai's cranes froze mid-air. Half-built towers stood silent. The world said this was the end of the dream. But Dubai had learned something from centuries of hardship. Pause is not defeat. And within a year, the cranes moved again. January 4th, 2010, the Burj Khalifa opened. At 828 meters, the tallest building in human history. It had taken 5 years and 12,000 workers. Dubai had built something that had never existed, and it had done it in the middle of a global financial crisis. That perhaps is the most Dubai thing about Dubai. In 2020, the world stopped again. But Dubai had stopped before. After the Pearl collapse, after the riots, after the financial crisis. And like every time before, it endured. The creek still flowed, the towers still stood, and the city waited. This is the story of a city built on refusal. Refusal to accept that a desert creek could not become a global port. Refusal to accept that the Pearl collapse meant ruin. Refusal to accept that independence required looking backward. From 900 AD to this moment, Dubai has been defined by one thing: the willingness to erase what was in order to build what could be.